Well, the hot news of the day. Have you seen what happened today?
No.
Really? Nothing. No news you see now?
I would let the doctors, dude.
WWE, Netflix, 2025.
Oh,
yeah. Get all of this.
Yeah.
So they were getting $240 million a year for USA Network. Right? For 3 hours of Raw. Fox is giving them 200 for 2 hours. Okay?
Right.
Do the math.
And Saudi Arabia.
Right. Well, that has nothing to do with the broadcasting.
Okay.
Peacock, Peacock, I think they were getting a pretty penny too, right?
Right.
Netflix, 10 years.
Right.
$5 billion.
Yes,
do
sir.
The math. How much is that a year?
That's
$500
million
a year, which is twice as much as it got from USA.
Wow.
And what also...
I cannot wait to podcast with Vince this week because Vince had an exchange on Twitter. Did you see this, Joe?
Yeah.
Yes. Read it, Joe, so the people can hear, because I haven't heard.
I'm gonna read it.
And you got it. I'm sure it's interesting.
Vince.
You started or you started?
No, he just put a tweet out.
Right.
I entered 2024 understanding two things about the current pro wrestling landscape that put me at absolute peace going forward. WWE are now content creators. That's their business. Ratings and audio growth are secondary. Number two, Tony Khan's owns AEW and can do whatever he pleases. Once I understand and came to grips with these two things, everything was much easier to understand, right? So I quote tweeted that, okay, and said their audience has grown considerably through content creation, not just on TV. And he responded to that by, so according to you, their audience is going through content creation and that new audience is just not watching the TV show? What? So I said, correct. I will bring my crayons to the show Wednesday to explain it to you so you can understand.
Right.
So this news today obviously does not bode well for Vince's narrative. Okay, right. The WWE's audience. So, bro, they're look. Okay, and I've said this before. I am a perfect gauge of a casual fan of what they want, right? Because I still do every once in a while, but I would not watch this show. I would not watch the shows if we weren't getting paid and people want to hear our reviews. What I would do is I would go on their YouTube channel, which has 10 million subscriptions. And like I'd read what happened, and then I'd go and see the clips of the stuff that I like, the content creation.
Right.
And I would and I could be very well kept up on what's going on, with the product, because bro, like I've been saying, how many years have I been saying this? Cable TV is done. There's no good shows on cable TV anymore, with the exception, the only shows that do numbers are professional wrestling and sports. And sports is now trending towards streaming. Okay, because the rights fees are streaming like cable.
We just saw what happened. We just saw what happened with Kansas City and Miami. 23 million people watch that. Yeah. They don't even have a rivalry.
The audience is not disappearing. They're just going to the streaming service to watch the shows, which is exactly what's going to happen with Raw. They're not going to lose any of their audience.
They're always ahead of the curve. They started their own network. Now they're streaming. They're always ahead of the curve.
Everybody and their mother has Netflix. Okay, right. And whoever doesn't will probably sign up. What was it, $9 a month or something like that?
It's like $12.95 or something. The basics.
And not to mention, how much money did Netflix make when you couldn't share the code anymore?
Well, and plus too, the Rock now is on the board of directors for Endeavor.
Right.
That's another thing that was announced today.
Yeah,
now he owns his own name too.
Yes,
you can see cable changing. Okay, when there was a dramatic shift, maybe 4 or 5. Joe, how long is it good? Look it up and see when the last season of Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy, and so, because remember cable was strong when like every week those shows, then all of a sudden those shows stop, and it's like cable didn't have.
I'll give you another one.
Good show.
I'll give you another one. Now, Game of Thrones.
Okay, on HBO, right?
Right.
So, but they pay TV. So the thing was, it's like you could see the trend. Like, really no good. All the good shows now are on streaming services.
Right.
They're not on cable anymore. So it just makes sense that like the typical television viewer is gravitated away from cable TV and just going strictly towards streaming, and that's where the NFL now has pieces of the pie of the streaming services, and And I don't know if it's like CBS, Fox, I don't know if they're going to survive being paid. I think broadcast TV and cable television might just be getting ready to flatline. You're just going to see streaming services because this is the way people consume products now. They're like New Yorkers will be on the train commuting to work and on their phone watching some of the streaming services. Like watching stuff people watch stuff on their phones, watch stuff on their computer.
Where I feel a lot because I travel a lot on airplanes.
Right, on airplanes too. It's absolutely correct. So what you're seeing is this is where Vince, he's been always married. Like Vince's shtick has always been, the ratings were better when he is. But dude, it's that doesn't really matter.
The rating was it right? It is a big thing. It to be right
because
it's a piece of the thing.
Because here's the thing: it's the only metric where WWE does not perform well is television ratings. They're breaking records and everything else. Because people are watching other things, they're spending money. I'll
give you a good idea. I'll give you a good example, which was funny. Your exchange with Tony Khan had more impressions than they had people watching Dynamite.
Of course, yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah. And plus, too, like I was going to tell Vincent, you're sitting there talking about audience growth. Dude, their audience is growing. If their audience wasn't growing, they would not be selling out arenas on a regular basis like they are now. That's due to audience. All the ancillary factors grow when your audience grows. More merchandise, more people at the show.
WWE isn't growing?
Well, because their television ratings aren't growing. That's what.
Because we could consume it differently.
Of course.
Go on because that's see how many hits they have. Go on TikTok and see how many people.
Right.
But
you can see the WWE's audience is growing because you have something to gauge it against. Gauge it against AEW. They're not growing. Their social media footprint is not that good. Literally the only social media imprint they have is that AEW on TV account will post scenes or matches, and Tony will post online. Right, that's WWE is all over the place. So yeah, it's just well, I'm kind of funny doing it. They went to hit it. They doubled the money.
Yeah, and the stock price is already went up $12 per share tonight. It's up to $89 a share from $77.
Wow.
And actually, there were some questions about the TKO stock price because, as you know, UFC has that class action lawsuit starting in April.
Right.
So people were worried that was going to affect the stock price. Netflix stock price is $492.19, up $6.48 a share today.
Right.
So they're up too. Now here's your TV ratings you were looking for. So first off, and back to the Netflix thing. Netflix, you're closer, DI. Netflix with ads is $7 a month. Now without ads, standard $15.49, and then premium is $22.99. Okay, so
like I said,
that's a good price.
You could get for $120. Cable used to be $250, right? And I think cable now is around $200. But you could get Hulu and a couple of the streaming services. You get Hulu Premium, which is $80.
Give me an example. Give me an example. What do you have?
That's what I was going to say.
I've got Hulu with some of the thing. Some of the Hulu add-ons. ESPN Plus is added on. So I get the hockey games and some of all that content and everything. And
you got ESPN Plus?
Yeah, ESPN Plus, Hulu. I don't have Netflix. I have Peacock and I have HBO Max.
Yeah.
And it runs me about $120.
I got
not much, and I can see it. I can watch it on all my devices, like phone, computer, the TV and stuff. And so yeah.
What do you have, Joe?
Right now, Netflix, Max, Hulu. I have Peacock, but that comes free with my cable, so I have cable too.
Oh, you do have cable too?
Yeah.
Why on earth do you have cable too?
My wife.
Really?
That's it. Yeah, we're talking about getting rid of it finally.
Literally, I bought because I'm in the new place. I'm getting anything with them. I'm in the middle of I'm going to have a new area to podcast from for next week.
No.
But I just bought for my room, and I get another one coming. I just bought a 40-inch smart TV for $198.
Wow.
Okay. Okay. And you turn it on, and you have the remote control, and it has the thing for Netflix, Paramount, HBO, Hulu, YouTube, just like all the apps all the streaming. I just go and you click on it, boom, I got it. I type it in, it's like it's right there.
Yeah.
I can't understand why you still have cable television. That's ridiculous.
Because my wife she likes the DVR stuff, and she's just set in her ways.
You can DVR it on your smart TV.
Yeah, I know. We're working on it. We're working on it. What do you got, Konnan? What do you got? Netflix?
Yeah, I got Netflix.
You got HBO?
ESPN and
ESPN.
HBO.
Right. Yeah. All right. Let's get to the.
So wait, you wanted to know these numbers real quick. I'll make it fast. So like, Walking Dead kind of collapsed towards the end. So its last really successful season in season 8 was 7.82 million.
No, I didn't ask for the ratings.
What year?
I asked for the year that they finished. I was trying to find out the period.
Like the year that
Yeah. Okay, so
shows on cable TV since those shows concluded. I want to know how long it's been.
Yeah, Walking Dead wrapped up last year. Breaking Bad wrapped up in 2013. Okay. Sons of Anarchy, 2 seconds, wrapped up in 2014, and Game of Thrones wrapped up in 2019.
Wasn't there another show too? Another cable show that was really hot?
Mad Men.
Look at Mad Men too, because Mad Men was doing good numbers.
Yeah, but that stopped a long time ago.
Yeah, it did. But there's been a void on Canada. Yeah. This is like
2015. Yeah,
right. The rise of streaming saw the erasure of cable, and it's like so like I said, there's no. Which is funny because like, bro, like it aggravates me so much. Where this is how silly it is, right? AEW has been touting, okay, like that they. We're the number one on cable, like as a positive metric, and it is a positive metric. But in context, it's not a metric at all. There's literally been no competition on cable television for shows like look at the years that you just talked about, like 10 years. It's been like a 10-year void of something to compete against.
No, still, it's better to be number one than number 7. So
yeah,
of course it is. Yeah.
Here's what's going on now for comparison. Like Succession's very popular. Their 4th season just premiered with 2.3 million. And
what is that on? What service is that on?
HBO Max. Yeah.
Okay, so I've heard HBO. That's not regular cable television.
Yeah, and
it's more history and
yeah.
But yeah. So all right, interesting.
All right.